all you lot. Well, I'm here to play this game and answer a simple question. The hell is feudalism? Yeah, that's pre-canned as fuck. But I'm trying something new. I'm trying to do some first impression kind of shit. And I will say right now, I'm going to get some disclaimers out of the way. This game was provided to me with a free Steam key, so I did not pay a dime for this game. So that's just something to keep in mind as you're watching through this. But as of late, I have been very much in the mood for management games, and so I decided when I saw that I was offered a key for this game to give it a legitimate try. So we're going to be trying out this game. I haven't touched anything since a couple of the options. The options so far seem a little bit limited. I'm not sure what they're mean by the multiplayer default path, like the parent place where it drops files for multiplayer in some way, shape, or form. I have no clue. But it defaulted to a 4:3 resolution for some reason. The volume was quite a bit loud, so I decided to turn that down a little bit, and we got Italian and English, and that's about it for the options menu thus far. So a little bit lacking in the options that you may want. But for a quick brief about this game, as it was described, it was a strategy and management game where you essentially follow your empire in trying to take over pretty much most of Europe through multiple lineages up until the fall of the feudal system. So I thought it was a pretty interesting idea, and so decided to jump on it and give it a legitimate shot. And without further ado, let me click this button. Well, let's mess with the tutorial. Welcome to feudalism. You are the lord of a powerful family that must prevail in your quest for power. But the road to conquest is long and perilous. You must learn to master the tools of command before pursuing a real challenge. These are your basic resources. Everything depends on them. Minerals, yay! Food, yay! Wait, what? Food is wood. Wood is food. Okay. What? I think, methinks you may have that mixed a little bit. I think the grain would be food. So, minerals, wood, food. This is your home, the starting village from which begins your feud. The scroll displays information about the village and possible orders. So, type sand high, so it's a high sand village, I guess. Everyone's stoned. Condition unpleasant, so it's not really the nicest place to live. Pretty good resources, I guess, which makes me wonder why it's so unpleasant. Population 4,000, mood happy, breeding 12% per year, life goes quiet. To get started, you need to build facilities to extract resources and spread them across the land. Starting with a market and add other facilities to the construction queue to build them. Market gets money. Mineral miner. Why are you giving me a warning? The food farm. Wood extraction produces wood. Okay, so far the tutorial isn't really I'm not fond of the tutorial blacking out everything because I do sort of want to see the environment and everything around. And as it's trying to move me over to another region, I'm sort of assuming since it's sand it's supposed to be this spot, but I feel like it could be a spot under here, and that doesn't really help me out too much. I think it's here, but they sort of never showed it. I mean, that's like a little bit nitpicky, but whatever. Also the fact that it prompted like me with a warning after clicking everything that the tutorial was telling me to was a little bit bizarre. In any research project, you can select the costs and research points, the level reach, the requirements, and what they can be useful for. If only real research were like this, like we just generate points over time, and at some point we could just be like, yeah, invent this idea. That would make everything so much easier. We would just have to have like regular scientists just do what the fuck ever and just generate research points by tapping themselves on a keyboard all day and slamming their faces into monitors. Some shit like that, I don't know. Is that how science is done? The encounter with a new family is an important event because we could find a new valuable ally or a new annoying enemy. Obnoxious little pricks! After having met another family, the ability to perform intelligence operations such as espionage or sabotage is activated. Alright, yeah. Sabotage some enemy. A new son or daughter will be born. Birds and the bees! Yeah. Children are an important resource. We can put them on the farm and have them shovel Oh, you're talking about, like, marriages and shit. I don't know what you want me to do. I am just going to end off this tutorial. Yeah, the tutorial is a little bit broken. Alright, so it doesn't seem like we can make a custom house. Yeah, let's be the scientist, guys. I like his glasses. Give me those. Ooh, Wolfie. Let's go. So we're sand scientists. Okay. Ginger Brady. Okay. So we've got Lake Castle and we've got this. So let's open up this build menu. What was the build menu again? I thought this was it. Oh, this is actually the build. Facilities. Yeah, here's build. Okay, so this will not be Lake Castle VI. This will be the Salted Sanctuary. Okay, that's Dad? No. Sorry, inside joke. But as I'm typing in here, it's doing WASD to move around. Okay, so builder, sand discovered, infantryman discovered. Alright, so we have some stuff. There's nobody else we've met. Family status, children. We have no children. Okay, so where was the research field? Yeah, this was research. Loam field colonization permits the building of new villages on loam. Road construction. Aid and repair. Allows for repair of tools and aid for wounded soldiers. Abacus. Perform fast calculations, improving research and intelligence. Let's get that started up. Improves the study time in libraries, increasing intelligence and sabotage. High sabotage level permits the killing of enemies' firstborns. Alright. Applied research. Improves the research time in laboratories. Alright. We're supposed to be, apparently, a pretty, research-dependent group. So, forge. Improves forging abilities and allowing new items to be made. It's the construction of complex buildings, walls, and towers. Inquisition studies. Allows the building of Inquisition arts. Joust and theater. Improves the efficiency of buildings of leisure, such as jousting areas and arenas and theaters. Biology. Improves medical knowledge and related abilities. Let's get some of these smaller ones out of the way. Actually, no. Let's start with the one that makes it quicker for the rest of them. End that off. That seems good. Anything else that should be done? Alright. Make sure I have some, we have nothing intelligence related that we can do because we have not met anybody else. Plans. No information. And be remotely mined. It's clay. We can't build there. This is sand. This is clay. That's standard land, non-building area. A lot of mining, good amount of wood. I mean, this one's supposed to start out pretty good. And good news, I can rename the infantry, so our first one is and he will be happy to live here. Lake Castle XXIII. No, that is not going to be our village's name. We are going to name it Reginaldville. Yeah! Get another research center. Down to 12 turns, so it's kicked another turn off. Are we frozen? Or what? Yep, it seems more like it's just frozen to near crashing. So after reloading, it seems that my game doesn't autosave at any point in time, so that's something to consider as well. I'm simply going to go to the quick start deal. Alright, and though for my impression is it's a pretty cute little game. I'm not seeing all too much variety thus far. It can probably get much more varied later on once you get through more research and everything. And with the one that I've played the longest, it seems that I was near absolutely nobody. The only other group that I found, which this was a quick start, by the way, so this is one of the potential results, was I quick started, was completely alone, got more villages over time, got to max capacity on every single one of my storage facilities, and so eventually just got to the point where it was not much else to do. The only thing that happened is we got another kingdom in the area, which spawned from a village that was apparently unhappy and I wasn't paying attention to it. But then we quickly made like every possible allegiance and treaty possible, and we're on the best of terms and happy-go-lucky friends. So it wasn't really anything that was worrying at all. I had one natural disaster happen. I had a tornado happen in one of my villages, and it seemed to wreck them up a little bit, but they got back up on their feet eventually and came back into the kingdom. And yeah, at this point it just started to look like I was looking at other kingdoms to expand to and set up more research facilities just so I could get my research pushed further. I would say it looks like a pretty good game, and if they fix some of the issues, mainly with the tutorial, and are going to support it with additional content in the future, it would definitely be worth a pickup. I'll double check and edit in the price for it, so you can use that as sort of a benchmark of what you are thinking of when you look at this game, and see if you feel it's worthwhile for you. This is Trisky. We just talked about the Hel Is Feudalism, and I hope you enjoyed.